Hey guys, today with the topic, the own purpose or, why you should not make her your project. And it doesn't matter if she is your ex, your partner or just someone you are interested in. It would be tempting to base this on negative experiences, but it's not a very valid argument, because we all have had different experiences in our past and might not see the point. So from the beginning, it is important for you to have a goal in life. A purpose, something that fulfills you. And it's important to know this for yourself, and that fulfillment comes from yourself as you get closer to this goal. Because it gives you the drive you need to constantly improve and not get stuck every few days and think to yourself, today I'm not doing anything. I'm not so much talking about taking a well-deserved break every now and then, but about not wasting your time permanently. After all, this becomes a habit over time, and so you can look at the average person doing the same thing day after day, but just treading water and being satisfied with it. This may be fine for him at that moment and may make him happy in one way or another. But when he realizes that he would have liked more for himself and his life, it is usually very late or too late. Old habits are very difficult to break. It is possible, of course, but why get into the habit in the first place? When finding your goal, you should not listen to such statements as, just be yourself and listen to your heart. I understand the background of these sayings, but most people who hear them equate them with staying in their comfort zone. A purpose lets you step out of that comfort zone and expand it. It is not always fun, but it brings you closer to ultimate happiness. But what exactly is this video about? I am talking about the fact that many men make the woman they fall in love with or who is interested in them as much as they are interested in them their purpose. This does not have to happen willingly, and sometimes it develops over time. With some it is naturally out of their despair to have found finally one, quite obviously. Therefore, first of all, there is no such thing. Period. What you feel is based on your feelings, and they are only triggered by her and can be triggered by someone else in the same way. This woman is only special for you at that moment. When this is over, you may never find the same again, but you have the possibility of something better that doesn't end that way. Sorry, lost myself for a second. So the woman is met, maybe before that you had found your purpose and pursued it with dedication. But now it creeps out with time, because you are more and more responsive to your partner and put the relationship above everything else. What you forget is that if you pursued your purpose before, that among other things made you attractive for the woman. It showed her that you have a goal in life, that you are committed, that you want to realize your potential and even expand it. This gave her, for example, security for a future together with you. If you stop doing this now, the attraction she has for you automatically decreases, because you are in fact less attractive to her. And you like to get carried away with your goal. If before it was work or self-improvement and now the focus slowly shifts more and more towards the woman, then the other things gradually fall by the wayside. You try to respond to every little thing of hers or to anticipate her wishes already. You interfere in every bullshit and turn from an attractive guy to a panting nice guy, who only cares about her well-being and who values her attention more than his earlier successes. Don't misunderstand, that you are interested in her well-being and you also want her attention, because you also invest some in her and you have feelings for each other, is perfectly clear and also good. But there is a way to remain independent or to become dependent. If you become dependent on a woman, if your own person is no longer enough for you and you don't see yourself as complete in yourself, your own actions and thinking will be influenced by it, and gradually both of you and the form of the relationship you are leading will change. And the reason for that is that she doesn't get what she initially set out for. But for you it is even worse. You think you have exactly what you wanted, because you simply have different demands on a woman than she has on you, and you don't even realize why she slips through your fingers more and more. Why her feelings diminish and she distances herself more and more. You could have everything you both agreed on with your relationship at large, even if you don't make her your top one priority. And women who now stand there bitching and saying, but I want to be the top priority with a man, yeah, you can share that top spot with your purpose, though. This is a small sacrifice, so that you keep the man you have chosen and he doesn't subconsciously change more and more. You don't want that either. He should improve, but with 100% commitment to you, he will rather deteriorate. Men sometimes have it in them that it doesn't matter how much they give up in the beginning. The main thing is that the time together with the new girlfriend is nice and they have everything they need. And what they need is really not much. Sex, food, and no drama. That's why they don't realize until the point has long passed where they could have pulled the ripcord without causing additional trouble, that they actually still want to do something with their boys, have a hobby, and work doesn't fulfill them in this way. But then they have given themselves so long before their wife and accepted all that any change of mind, now drama would conjure up. Sure, women always welcome it when you then get your ass around again. But the very first thing they will see is that it is at your expense, since they are no longer sitting on the priority throne. And you have to be able to deal with that first. This habit of no longer being seen as the ultimate purpose, but as a supplement to their own happiness, can also affect attraction so much that they think it's no longer right for them. So just don't make that mistake from the beginning. Don't put them on a pedestal and don't neglect any part of your life. But most importantly, never neglect your purpose, and if you haven't found it yet, go for it, because the only thing worse than losing sight of it is leaving the place empty all the time and always putting a new woman there. There it becomes normal for one that at this place also a woman belongs, and the result you can draw here actually from experiences. At the end of the day, this will never work and the quality of the women you attract will never be very high. They will either be particularly inexperienced women, psychologically damaged women, or women who know exactly that they can have exactly that from you and who want to have a yes-saying sausage. That this will not be enough for them in all areas of their life is also likely, and then you quickly have an open relationship on your cheek, which is only to their advantage, or it all happens behind your back. Only that you are then the one who wonders about it in the end, because everything was so great and you did everything for them. Women don't need that you do everything for them and put them on the pedestal. To the outside world, if you ask them, of course, then they want nothing more than Disney Prince Charming. But ask yourself how that usually ends. You can give them everything they need, have a wonderful time together, have a stable and secure relationship, if you just have your purpose and keep moving forward and forward yourself. Not primarily for them, but for your own happiness. The happiness that you can then pass on in your relationship. But for that you must not live only for the woman alone. And whether you have done that, you will see mostly after the relationship, when it pulls the ground out from under your feet for longer than 2 weeks. Take care, and until the next video.